Hello, ladies, gentlemen, miscellaneous others, whoever happens to be watching and listening to this new episode of my Create Guide. Now, I apologise for my brief absence. I've just had my AS exams and then I went away for my birthday. I did have some videos pre-recorded, but then more stuff happened on top of that, like my mouse broke, so it ended up carrying over a week longer than I was expecting, so I do apologise. Now, before we get cracking with today's episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about a conversation that I had with one of my viewers in my very first episode of this series, which if you haven't seen, you should definitely go and watch. And talking about mod loaders. Now, for this series, sorry, I've been playing a bit of Calamity mod. For this series, we've been using CurseForge, purely because it makes it really easy for me to just go in here and add and take away stuff as and when I need to. Which I will be doing, because later on in the series I am going to be doing an episode on Create Mod add-ons. I think I mentioned in that first episode, nobody plays just vanilla Create, you always play with add-ons, but for now we're going to stick with basic Create, and we will, like I say, add some add-ons later. But I didn't really talk about other mod loaders, so I will try and find a video comparing mod loaders and put it in the description. I might not be able to, but I will try to. But personally, I do prefer Prism over CurseForge, so if you are looking for a mod loader, look into Prism, but for now I am going to be sticking with CurseForge. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get cracking with this episode. That's my little yap done at the start. Excuse me, I do apologise. I've just had my breakfast, so not great. Now, if I recall correctly, our last episode we made this, which is a mining contraption, and then I think between episodes I did a little bit of mining. Don't quote me on that, so let's put this down. Ow. Did I do the mining? It doesn't look like it. I think I might have hallucinated that. Okay, in that case, I think it's time that you lot got a funky mining montage. Yeah. I will see you all on the other side. Actually, I need to get some... I don't think I explained how to use this thing in the last episode, so actually let's do that. You're gonna need 4 bits of rail, should do it. Then obviously you activate that and pick it up, which I think I explained in the last episode. And now we need to go down into a hole in the floor somewhere. Oh, I know why I was confused and thought I thought I'd done it, because you might have seen on my CurseForge, I've been playing through Cabin, which is a wonderful mod pack, but if you're here because you're starting out in Create, don't go straight to Cabin, you will confuse yourself very quickly, because it is quite complicated in places. Let's go down in that water rather than just leaping to my death. But yeah, I did a big drilling session in Cabin not so long ago. Ooh, hello. Sorry, I've got a new mouse. My old one broke, and I'm still getting used to it. Yes. Right. So this spot. What? Oh, I've still got. Hang on. Let's do that. I keep forgetting to do that. So we're at Y15. I would like to be in the stone layer, because I think I do want, well, stone. But I'd also like to be at least vaguely capable of getting diamonds. So let's go old school. Let's go Y11. 13, 12, 11. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is when you get down to your level, whatever level you want to do, and you're going to dig out a tunnel like so. It needs to be reasonably long. I always end up making them too short, so yeah. As many women will tell you, it's better too long than too short. Then you want to lay down your line of... I've gone with 4. I think you can get away with 3, but 4 is safer. And then put down your contraption on the end one like so. I have forgot to bring fuel with me. Why have I got a second contraption? Do you know what, that's a problem for future me. have I got like some coal or something? No. Okay, so you'll need like some coal. I think logs work. I will test it at some point and get back to you on that. Thankfully we're in a hole in the ground, so coal is fairly bounteous. Oh, I'm lost. There it is. Yeah, so get some bits of coal, and then you're gonna... Oh, that's going the wrong way. That's going the wrong way. Other way. Other way, please. Okay, that didn't go to plan. Not entirely sure what the problem was there. I think I put the coal in from the wrong side. But that's okay, we can grab a bit more coal. I do that all the time, by the way. I've been playing Create Mod for longer than I care to mention, and I still do that all the time. I want to find out what this second contraption is, because I can't actually remember. What are you? Oh, blaze spawner. I do recall that, yes. Let's put that in my backpack, actually, before I go spawning blazes everywhere. Now, one thing I do seem to have forgotten to do is put this contraption on lock rotation, which is a setting on the card assembler upstairs. That's okay for now, though we will need to change it at some point. But, as you can see, this is why we have cart contraption, because it just makes mining so much easier. And then we can just walk along behind it and mine up all the ores that it misses. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, something's gone wrong with my building of this contraption that we'll need to look into. That is the basic principle. Oh god. Let's take this upstairs actually and let's have a look at it, because I don't like that. That's not what's supposed to happen. Yeah. To be fair, I might do the mining between episodes. Oh, okay. You know what? Excuse me. I might do the mining between episodes because you lot don't need to see it, and that's the basic principle. So, excuse me, I do apologise. I think my breakfast may have disagreed with me. Ah, that's the problem. It's only set to deep state. It hasn't got... Okay, I can fix that. That's fine. Yeah, I'll do the mining between episodes. I think what we will do now is crack on with what I wanted to talk about this episode. So apologies for that slight diversion at the start. So what we're going to be doing today is make precision mechanisms. Now, it's a relatively simple process, but I wanted to dedicate an episode to it because it is important. So to make a precision mechanism, the first thing we're going to need is another deployer. I mean, I could go and steal the one that's already over there, but I'm going to make a new one anyway. Deployer, I can never remember how to make these things. Ah yes, brass hands, which requires 5 brass sheets. I have insufficient brass. Okay, in that case, I've got some zinc somewhere. There it is. Okay, we can work with this. Anything? Oh, look, there's some zinc in there, that works out well. Zinc and copper. I think I need to smelt up some more copper. But that goes in there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just put one bit of coal in, that should be enough. I have actually pre-planned the next 3 episodes. We're going to go over the roadmap with you. This episode, we're going to be making precision mechanisms. We're going to make 2 precision mechanisms, I think, though we might need 3. Hang on. I can't remember the recipes for some things. Hang on. Precision mechanisms. What are they used for? That's... Okay, we're going to need 3 then, because I'm going to need a mechanical arm and 2 rotational speed controllers. And the reason we're going to be doing as such is because my brain stopped working. That's too many. Oh yes, because we in the next episode are going to be making a workshop. Now this is technically a workshop, but you know, a proper workshop where everything's nicely laid out and we haven't got a mess of cogs in the background. And then in the episode after that, which is what we actually need the precision mechanisms for, but I wanted to do them first, we're going to be discussing a variety of different power generation methods. We have that, which is a water wheel. That is technically a windmill, though we didn't go through it as a power generation method. So, yes. that is our sort of roadmap for the next few episodes. Now I need a hand in more ways than one. And I can't actually remember the rest of the recipe for a deploy. Do you know, I've been playing this mod for, I mean, about, well, since Tango Tech did his original Create Mod series with some of the hermits. I saw that and was like, yeah, that's awesome, I want to play that. So, yeah, I've been playing for a while and I still don't get it right now. You need rose quartz. Got the quartz, don't seem to have the rose. That's redstone, for those of you who are wondering. And then I've got chests. Did I put it in a chest? No. Okay. In that case, I'm going to throw myself into a hole and find some redstone. You may well get this as a like time lapse, or you may well get this as just me running in a hole. Depends how long it takes me to find the aforementioned redstone. One thing I did want to bring up with you as my assembled viewers, I have used, oh Jesus, quite a lot of time lapses in excuse me, in my videos. Olate. Well, not just Olate, just in general. And I don't know how you all feel. Right, thanks for that. I don't know how you all feel about my usage of time lapses. Do I use them too much? Are we alright with the quantity that I use? What do we like the music? Do we like the way that I when I do multiple time lapses, I'll use the same piece of music but just break it up? Yeah, what's the opinions? What could be done better? What could be done worse? Leave some comments. I will take it all into account. Because at the end of the day, it's very important that you lot enjoy watching my videos. Oh, I also meant to say the last episode where I built that mining contraption, I didn't have time to edit it properly, as you may have noticed if you did watch it. So yes, apologies for that. It was not my finest video, but I wanted to get it done because, like I say, I knew I wouldn't be able to record for a little while. Right. Yeah. Do you know, when I go mining normally there is redstone galore, but when I go mining specifically for redstone, it just, oh, there's diamonds down there. I do sort of want those. Okay, right. I'm going to keep you guys here so that you can laugh at my incompetence. Okay, let's let those two fight whilst I mine these diamonds. Sweet. Because obviously I would like diamond armor at some point. So getting some diamonds, definitely on the list of things that needs doing. Oh. There we go. Dumb luck, but you know, there's a life summed up. Ow. I rewatched all of the Daniel Craig James Bond films over the last couple of weeks whilst I've been away. I can't remember where I was going with that sentence. It was going somewhere. I wasn't just randomly bringing up James Bond. Oh yeah, I like the way that whenever he gets like injected with anything, he says "ow" was more of a suggestion rather than "ow, that actually hurt." Makes me laugh quite a lot. Anyway, we need rose quartz, and then we're going to need to sand it as well. I think sanding is quite an underused mechanic in Create, personally. I think, excuse me, it should be something that applies to more things, and in some add-ons it does, but not in base Create. Now, is that going to overstress things? No, it's not. Don't poke me in the face, please. I'm going to have to go round the looking tree, because I refuse to break the looking tree. Because it's the looking tree, we need it for looking. Now, let's bring up the recipe for a precision mechanism. Precision mechanism. So, Precision mechanisms are one of the few sequenced assemblies in Create Mod. You've got precision mechanisms, rail. There's probably others, but those are the only sort of important ones. And basically, you can look at JEI and it'll tell you what to do. You need to deploy a cog, then a large cog, then an iron nugget onto a golden sheet, and then you have an 80% chance of getting a precision mechanism and a 20% chance of it failing, and you get a random bit of scrap, which generally speaking is one of the components, so either a gold sheet or one of those three. So we're going to need some gold sheets. Let's make 4, because statistically one of these will fail. If nothing else, it's Sod's Law. Yeah, let's press these up. And then we are going to need... Now, how many times does this have to go around? Okay, so 5. We need 4 of them, so 5 times 4 is 20, so I need 20 of all of these things. Okay. Do you know, I now officially have an AS level in maths, and I still can't do 5 times 4. Let's get some andesite alloy, which I can remember the recipe for, but I can't bother to fish about for it. And actually, let's do it in the mixer. That'd be clever, wouldn't it? Let's do that and that, and then that and that. Okay, so that's going to knock up some andesite alloy for us. In the meantime, we need to lock down some tree. Not looking tree. Let's leg it over there to that forest. Don't know how much of this you guys are actually going to be seeing. I might edit some of it out. Depends how much time I've got, really. Because I'd like to get this done today, because this is the only time I've got to record and edit today. Then over the next week, I should, in theory, have a reasonable amount of time. I'm volunteering at my local library running a programming club. Because I'm that much of a nerd. But hopefully that shouldn't take up too much of my time. Let's leave big trees. See, this is why we have Ultimine. Like, some people might suggest it's a little bit cheaty or makes life a bit too easy. I would disagree most profusely. Ultimine is great. Sorry if my throat's a bit croaky, by the way. I don't know why, but whenever I start recording, my voice seems to shift. I don't like it, personally. This isn't what I normally sound like. It's like a subconscious thing. I'm going to blame the neurodivergence, because that's my excuse for most things in life. But I am working on making my voice less croaky, because I don't like it, and I can't imagine it comes out very well on... The word that I'm looking for is... recording. There we go. I'm good at this. What was I doing? Oh, yes. Can I have my andesite? Hello? No, we needs that. Chuck that in there, grab that, there we go, and then you two can go back in and carry on mixing, because I do need that andesite alloy. Let's, oops, make some shafts. So I'm going to need 40. That should be enough. Yeah. Let's do that then. Make them into small cogs, and then half of them into large cogs. What was the other thing we needed? Iron nuggets. Look at me, I remembered a recipe. Right, so we've got iron nuggets. Probably don't need quite that many iron nuggets, do I? We need that, and then we need that. I may even splash out on a depot just to make this a little bit easier. Yeah, sod it, why not? Another recipe I remembered. I'm going to be pointing out every recipe I remember now, aren't I? Right. No, I would like 1 gold sheet on there, please. Right, we need gold sheet, and then this is small cog. This is going to be painfully slow. Small cog. Oops. Off to a cracking start with that one. Large cog. In order to avoid doing that, you just need to press on that bit. And then iron nugget. And then you need to do that 5 times over. Small cog. Large cog. Iron nugget. Excuse me. So I am actually going to give you a time lapse of this. I'm just going to make 4 of these. Statistically, 1 of them will fail. So yeah, I will bring you guys back in like 3 years when I've finished doing this. If I can find the switch for my mic, there it is. Alright, wish me luck, toodles. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys back in here. Now you may be able to see I have 2 precision mechanisms. Now this is because of a hilarious statistical thing, in that my first attempt failed, as I said it was possible to happen. I'll get my nuggets back now. And the random salvage that I got was a gold sheet. So then I thought, oh okay, well I'll just carry on then. So I made another one, which also failed and gave me an andesite alloy, which means I used twice as much of the small, large and nuggets that I originally intended to, which means I've only got half as many precision mechanisms. Thankfully, I think we can get away with 2, for now at least. Yeah. But precision mechanisms are one of the more complicated things in Create Mod to make, and if I'm honest, they're not used in that many things. And there's, what, 4 things here? Excuse me. And they are important things, don't get me wrong. Rotational speed controllers is one of the things we will need. Factory gauges are immensely useful. Train controls are... So they are all incredibly useful things, but they're not the most useful, so you're never going to need them in immensely large quantities, which I think is some good game design from the Create team. Anyway, I think I will actually leave it there for this episode, and I'm still feeling quite invigorated, so I'm going to go straight in, I'm going to brave it, and we're going to go for the next episode. There we go. Hello, hello. Let's hold some precision mechanisms. Hang on, hang on. I've got genius idea. 1 in each hand. Hey, wonderful. Right, so today we've made some precision mechanisms. It's not a complicated process. If you don't know the recipe, just use JEI. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up that for today. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, well, I don't know when this will come out. It may well be tomorrow for you, but in like 5 minutes for me. I am going to be building a workshop, which is going to go just over there, probably, yeah, around that divot. And then we're going to have a bit of a different episode in that I am going to be building a build. No, that's the wrong order. Okay, workshop, then power, then building a building, and then some more workshop because I'll need the second floor in order to do the building in order to do the second bit of workshop. But then once we've done that, we can get cracking with Create proper. We can make some actual farms. I've got all sorts of plans for what's going to happen in all these different areas. So yes, before anybody asks, we are going to have different areas. Our main base is going to be just behind me over that hill. There's an area over there that I want to go to. I think there's another one over that direction. So there's going to be train networks. We're going to have farms galore. It's going to be fantastic. But for the time being, thank you very much for watching. I love you all very much, and I shall bid you adieu. Thank you.